Yeah, another new intro for me here at Timeout Radio. This is Timeout Radio. It is July 2nd, 2020, and I am joined by two very good friends of mine. We play a lot of Grand Theft Auto online too. But please welcome Will and Ryan, please, guys.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Having an audience,
right? Now you do, Will. This is that type of show, right? We get applause, we get horns, and we get thank you right on cue from Joseph, and a quick happy birthday to Joseph for last week. His birthday was last Friday.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, cut the music, right? Because we can't afford that. Not here.
You're right.
It's copyrighted. It's copyrighted.
Oh, right.
Yeah, right. I think so.
That
Right?
was public domain already.
Is it? Well,
I don't know.
it's all right. He celebrated his birthday last Friday, so congrats to Joseph for celebrating his birthday. It's a lot of news. Not a lot of news, actually. What did I say? A lot of news. There's not a lot of news in sports right now, but there is news today. Blue Jays, right, are allowed to come back to Toronto and do some spring training. Ryan here is wearing the Toronto Blue Jays jersey. Are you excited for the shortened season, Ryan, or no?
I'm pretty stoked. I just can't wait to get out there and just see something live being played.
Well,
I can't wait.
Well, you can't.
I'm more so pumped for the hot dog.
There you go. The hot dogs. I forgot my hot dog club shirt today, and I will wear that next time. But yeah.
You have a hot dog club shirt?
Yeah, I do.
That's amazing.
I know. I'm gonna post it later for people to purchase maybe later, and that's about it for now. But yeah, I miss hot dogs. I miss overpriced popcorn, like I told Ernie last week.
Yeah.
You guys also miss the overpriced beer.
Oh, I love overpriced beer.
I miss the beer guy though. I will say that the beer guy. Do you remember that old beer guy who used to be at the Rogers Center? He'll be like ice cold beer. You know that guy?
I totally remember that.
500. I think it was no. He couldn't be in the 500 levels because they didn't have beer guys in the 500 levels.
Yeah.
More of the 200 levels, 100 levels.
Do you think they have like promotions for like the beer guys? Like you get to go to the nicer side of the arena there,
I wonder what their deal is.
right?
Yeah.
Like there's got to be guys certain areas of the arena that gets paid just a little bit more, and you're like, listen, I got the good side of the arena.
Yeah. He's
I
like,
think they would just draw sections out of a hat.
that would be great, But what if it's a whole like.
It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah. It's like you got to earn your stripe to get to the other
in
side.
Yeah.
You get to the 200 levels where they have the big money.
This is
I
where you
got the
start.
big tips.
Yeah.
You got to start
Yeah.
in the non-alcoholic section.
Exactly.
Selling your alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you start, and then you work your way up.
Yeah, you gotta work your way to like where there's a lot of kids in the section. That's where you start off, and then you work your way up to the drunken hecklers and stuff like that. That's where you want to be. But I do want to know what their schedule is like. Cause like, what if there's like a concert, like like a U2 concert or something like that? Like, who gets to decide which beer guy goes there first?
I feel like that's probably the messiest of like the beer service. It's the ones where the people come in off like a Saturday or Sunday, like, man, I hate my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but would it be the same? Would it be the same people working like every event?
I hope so, but I think they have like rotating schedules because there's like so many Jays games, right? And then there's so many events happening.
You should know when all the things are scheduled.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like, oh right, there's a concert this weekend.
But what if it's like blocked off? You don't know what the concert is, and then when they announce it,
it's a surprise.
Yeah, it's a surprise. It's like, oh, you gotta serve beer to your favorite band or something. I don't know. Like you came and watched the concert because you're serving beer.
Or you just that one guy who literally always gets the job he doesn't want. It's like, I don't even like this band.
Yeah.
I just want to get a basketball game once.
Yeah, man. Well, that's some great news for Toronto because, it's also been in the discussion to be one of the two host cities for the NHL to come back, Edmonton and Toronto. Only two Canadian cities, basically, to get that accolade in, I guess, the whole league because no, they're not going to play anywhere else just besides Edmonton, Toronto.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's not like
it's like hub cities.
you'd be able to fit all those teams in Winnipeg.
You could because there's nothing going on in Winnipeg, right? But
yeah, it's true because I left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well,
from
outside of Winnipeg.
Yeah, burning. We're burned. We're getting burned.
Yeah, I'm probably getting ripped for that.
It's all right, man. I do want to visit Winnipeg one time. This is the birthplace of Kenny Omega and not the birthplace of Chris Jericho, but that's where he says he's from. So
Good old
Yeah.
Probably
Chris
grew up
Jericho.
there for a good
yeah, good
chunk of
childhood.
his life.
Yeah.
Yep.
How
I mean, if you want to come
Yeah.
by,
Yeah.
put you on my parents' farm.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad automatically thinks you're free labor. And
There
he's
you
gonna
go.
put you to
Yeah.
work.
Right. hey,
pretty
that's
much how
This is
anyone.
Yeah.
why I don't.
I brought a
I don't
girlfriend
go
once,
to,
and it was not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. yeah. What was she?
She,
Oh.
yeah, she left right after the whole work placement thing.
Well,
She showed up,
gotcha.
put her to work.
Yeah.
My parents
Get
are
up
like
at
that.
5 in
They're
the
like that
morning.
European style of like farmer culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like if you're standing around doing nothing,
Yeah.
you're gonna be doing something.
You're doing something.
Yeah.
They'll find you something.
Sorry, guys. Also, yeah, sorry about the Blue Jays. They can only travel back from Florida to Toronto, so that's the only thing they can do. NBA Raptors, the NBA season's coming back.
Pumped for that.
Are you pumped for that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I did watch a lot of the last season. It was pretty
Mm-hmm.
entertaining.
Were you a NBA fan before? Or
No, I actually I watched bits and pieces of it, and
Mm-hmm.
like that last year was pretty got me pumped.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it got a lot of people pumped.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, and I'm happy that they're coming back. Their first game is against the Lakers. Hopefully they win because it's like only a certain amount of games you can play. So they're gonna be playing Orlando or Disneyland or Disney World.
And
It's one of the
are they
Disneys.
gonna have a crowd just an empty arena?
It's in Florida.
Or they're gonna have a cloud
So-
audience like this.
I think they'll have an
Push
audience
up a
like
button.
this
It'd
where
be
they can
amazing
watch
if
on
they
YouTube.
did this. They took like the stadium
Yeah.
and put like a camera in every seat, and you bought a ticket and gave you a live feed from that camera.
Oh,
Interesting.
that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be
And
very
everybody
expensive.
in the audience had their own crowd response button.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like they score and then just like a little blinking red light. It's like, oh, that
Yeah.
means that we're happy.
Well, they you know what they do in Japan, Korea. Korea. What am I going to say? South Korea. They do baseball games. They have plush toys. They have like stuffed animals in the crowd.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then in soccer games they have like cutouts of fans, and then they play like the chants.
Do you think they ever have it where it's like because if you paid for your cutout to be in that seat, your
Mm.
cutout's there. If the ball hits your cutout, you get to keep the ball when it goes out when they hit a home run.
Oh, that'd be that'd be pretty cool actually.
Just a
Yeah.
cardboard cutout with a whole bunch of dents in
You
it.
get, you get $50
Yeah.
and the ball.
You chip the
I
player.
want you.
You give the player a couple
like
of bucks.
gambling on
Yeah.
seats now.
Where's that fall ball going? Oh, hopefully it goes to the left side. But yeah, that's mostly about the any all sports. Except one thing I want to talk about is the FedEx. They want to change. They want to change the name of the Washington Redskins. Obviously, you know why? Because Redskins is not a good name to have for a professional sports team. So they want to change it, but they don't because they have the rights to the actual stadium, the field where they play. So they want to change the name of the Washington Redskins. What do you think they should change it to?
Man,
Yeah.
What's something that that you think of when you think Washington?
I think of those fake wigs that they wear in court.
Yeah.
Would they be called
The
that?
Washington fake wig.
Well, Washington, the basketball team used to be called the Washington Bullets, and now they're called the Washington Wizards. So we
let's,
can't do
let's
Wizards.
follow that theme.
Yeah.
The Washington Warlocks.
There you go. Actually,
The
that's good.
Washington.
Washington Warlocks.
I don't know, Night
yeah.
Elves.
Yeah, the Washington.
Ogres.
Night Elves.
What was that pasta thing? Oh, creepy pastas.
Creepy pasta.
The Washington
Creepy
creepypastas.
pastas.
Clever
And
name.
last bit of news in terms of sports, the Kentucky Derby is happening, and they're gonna have fans. So if you bet on the ponies, here's your chance to watch some live pony action.
Oh my.
Wow, not that kind of action.
Not that kind of action.
Not
but
that
you know,
kind of
you know what I'm talking about.
I've actually bet on ponies.
Do you?
For the first time like last year, and I thought it was like the greatest experience ever.
Oh my god, it is pretty fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
I've done it
give
before.
you give a toonie to a nice lady.
Yeah.
You tell her, I want number 3 to win.
Yeah.
And then they give you a ticket, and
Yeah.
then you watch the race, and then you rip up your ticket.
What an experience.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're basically paying for that paper, basically. But they have the weirdest names in horse racing, man. You know?
Oh, always.
You know? Like, what was that movie called? Nah, forget it.
What?
Who cares? Who cares?
What is that movie?
You know,
called?
yeah, the one with Tobey Maguire. Remember,
Seabiscuit?
Ski Biscuit. That's a weird name. You know, and then they have like
Secretariat.
there you go.
That's another one.
Yeah. But they're all weird names. Even like in Grand Theft Auto, they have weird names for the horses.
Yeah, but those
But
are
that's fake. But it's in real life.
inappropriate, but almost
Yeah,
matching.
exactly.
But in theory,
Yeah.
all names are made up by somebody.
They are. You know what? And
Food
that's
for thought, everyone.
and that's how we get deep here on the Time Out Radio
Yeah,
show.
that's right.
Yeah. Well, to give a quick shout out to Doris, who's watching the show. She said, "Good evening, guys." So,
Good
good
evening,
evening,
Doris.
Doris.
Evening, Doris.
And we're gonna take a quick break. And after the break, we're gonna talk about Canadian athletes.
Ooh.
We're gonna talk about video games.
Okay.
And what reasons I got you guys here because of pro wrestling.
I got a story that includes both of those things.
And we'll talk about that right after the break.
Baby, we can do it. Take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Baby, we can do it. Take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Take your time.
Give me a hoe if you got your funky bus fare. There's a double Dutch bus coming down the street. Moving pretty fast, so double shuffle, double beat.
Time of departure, T-minus 10 seconds and counting. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whoa! And we're back here on Time Out Radio. And it's a pleasure to have these guys out on the show with me. Will.
That horn gets me
Yeah,
pumped. I'm
yeah,
not gonna lie.
it gets everyone pumped. When it just comes out of nowhere sometimes, like the RKO.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, you know?
Pumped.
Yeah.
Only Randy Orton would just go when he just gives an RKO.
That'd be great, actually. Guys, do you have any great? It was Canada Day yesterday. Do you have any Canadian athletes that you admire or you guys like respect a little bit?
I got a question though before that. What classifies as your athletes?
It
Like,
could
does
be-
motorsports count?
Yeah, it could be more
Cool.
sports.
I don't have any motorsport
Oh.
sports guys, but I just want to know if that classified.
Well, I'd say the great George St. Pierre is a great Canadian athlete. You know, Donovan Bailey is a great Canadian athlete. You know, those type of guys. You guys have anybody or no?
Well, I'd say, Will and I here, we
Yeah?
used to have our own live stream with Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
True.
Because we don't just play video games.
you are video
We
games.
are video games.
There you go.
No, we were part of a campaign a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
Where we got to play video games. We live streamed and we had like celebrity guests
Oh yeah, who
on
do?
there. And we did a week on sports, and we had Natalie Spooner
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
on the stream, and she was really nice.
Mhm.
She brought her medals,
Yeah.
her Olympic medals.
Oh my God.
And,
Yeah, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I was always like, medals. What
Yeah.
are they really? And then you
Yeah.
hold it, you're like,
Oh.
I feel so powerful.
Yeah.
right? You're like, I am the greatest
Yeah.
female hockey
yeah.
player.
Yeah.
right.
Right.
Now.
Yeah.
Team Canada
Yeah.
hockey.
Yeah.
I felt that power.
Yeah. Do you guys since we're talking video games right now, but
Yeah.
there's such a big jump from video games from like 10 years ago to now, you know?
Yeah.
When I used to watch like live streams of these guys, right? And now it used to be like just like in a basement of like a video game arcade. Now they're selling out arenas. Like how fast did this progress, and why is it progressing so fastly?
Because people like watching things.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
think-
I just it's like it's going so fast to the point where like even I've been gaming for a long time. I know you've been gaming for a long
Yeah.
time, and I can't even keep up with these tournaments that
Yeah.
go down and like the money that comes through it. It's nuts.
I think if you think of it this way,
Mm-hmm.
where there was an older generation of people when they were kids, they would go out and they would throw a ball around or play basketball and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And kids nowadays are staying at home playing video games, Call of Duty, Fortnite, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Call of Duty.
And so those are the things that they're growing up on, and
Yeah.
those are the things that they're interested in.
yeah, it's true.
And why not have something competitive where they can watch professionals
Sorry, man.
do that?
Yeah. Because when I was younger, like my parents would always tell me, go outside because there's no career in video games. Now it seems to be like this is what you can do for the rest of your life.
Like any source of
Yeah.
media through the
Yeah.
internet is pretty much video game almost
Yeah.
related. It dominates.
It is like, and you get like donations from not only like from sponsors, but now you get it from random people that you don't even know
Right.
who they are. You own a video game store, and you had a lounge at one point. How busy was that lounge, man?
It was pretty busy at times. Like there was a lot of kids in there. It was like crazy. And then some kids would even just go there to watch other kids play.
Oh my god!
Not even joking.
Yeah. So would you have like a booth of just like foods and snacks? I mean,
Yeah,
drinks and
just
snacks.
simple things.
Yeah.
Eventually, I had to shut it down. 'Cause
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like one manning 2 jobs at the
Yeah.
same time, so I had to shut her down and then put all my focus into actually the video game store that I own.
Mhm. Is there a game that you would play that you think you'd be like, oh, this could have been my life?
Of like a professional
Yeah.
video game person. If Twisted Metal was a thing, yeah, that was my jam.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Road Rash.
Yeah.
I always played like the weird card carnage games.
Yeah.
It's from growing up in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Demo derbies and stuff are
Yeah.
really entertaining.
Yeah. For Twisted Metal, I always got sick. I always got motion sickness when I was playing that game.
You couldn't hack it.
I couldn't hack it. I couldn't do
Couldn't
it,
hack
man.
it.
I couldn't
It
deal
takes
with
a
it.
particular set of people that
Yeah.
can hack it.
Yeah. I couldn't do it, man. How about you, Ryan?
Well, there was a time where I thought I was good at Tetris.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then I started watching videos of people playing Tetris. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good at Tetris.
Yeah.
And then I would watch a YouTube video and someone would just like destroy any score that I could possibly have had.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good, but I'm
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
It's like when you're a little kid and you don't realize it, and then you finally get this. You see the videos of other kids playing. You're like, man, I was never that good.
Yeah. I kind of feel that way when I play
But
FIFA
that could be my
sometimes.
parents' fault.
Yeah.
Because they believed video games was corrupting my brain, and I could have been the best.
Yeah, you could have
ahead
been
of time.
Yeah, you could have been
Mom,
number one,
Dad.
man. Yeah. But nowadays, do you feel like? Do you think it's progressing too fast? Like it's like where it's like it's been overexposed a little bit. Video games.
No.
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 You think it should be
wait
more
till-
exposure?
Wait till there's like pure nothing. Every console's like VR.
Yeah.
Then there might be a time where I'll be like, you know what, this might be too much.
Back in my day, we had to wear a headset.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Because I kind of feel like it's happening to video games is what happened to poker. Poker was really it boomed when the NHL got locked out here in Canada, and then people just switched over. I feel like that way for most of the comic friends that we know. Because I just bought PS4 because like I had nothing to do, right? And now that I have something to do with the PS4. Right, my life is somewhat consumed with this thing, right? But I kind of feel like once this whole thing is over, I'm just gonna probably walk away from it, you know?
And we'll get you a PS5.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
A
probably.
PS5.
I think video games are definitely taking up a lot of time that I need to have taken away from me.
Oh, okay.
Like given the the way the world is right now, it's nice to have an escape. And being cooped up at home and not being able to go out or really do anything, it gives you a reason to stay engaged.
Makes you escape a reality sometimes
It
too.
does,
Yeah, big time.
It's like
Yeah.
I'm not in my tiny apartment. I am now in Los Santos,
Yeah, riding my yacht.
riding
Yeah,
a yacht,
yeah,
and robbing banks.
yeah.
And
And
it's a second job now.
yeah. Well, another thing that I slowly have pushed away from, but you guys are still very active in is pro wrestling. You know, pro wrestling is something I love, but I'm slowly losing, the love for it because I watch these shows. There's no fans. There's no interaction with the fans. I don't know. I love the fans for some reason,
It's almost like
even though the
it
fans can be so stupid
doesn't
sometimes.
feel like what it used to be.
Yeah.
And
Well, the
it's
fans,
just a
it might be
weird
like-
version of it now.
Yeah, well, I always thought the fans were like they're almost like another character that's in the match. It's an unpredictable one, right?
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
very entertaining. The fans are a lot of fun, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's right too. Like
You're
they're just not
watching
the
an
same.
empty shell of a thing that you love.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very sad to watch sometimes. But some promotions are doing a great job with it. I feel like New Japan's doing a great job with it, and I also feel like AEW is doing a good job with it. But for WWE, I don't know why it's not just clicking for me. It's maybe because it's in the same setting as I don't know. But AEW is in the same setting, so is New Japan. But I don't know. I just don't. I just don't
I
get
think
it.
it's weird. I think New Japan's still trapped. They're like they still go into different arenas,
Yeah.
but there's nobody inside them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like the announcers are so hyped.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and the other thing, they always like recording the audio from the dudes, so you hear more of like them screaming at and shouting at each other, and that's
Yeah.
always entertaining.
Oh, yeah. Do you feel like they lost a little bit of something, like a little, a little more of the pizzazz?
Well, that's the thing. When you get that hype of like just pure audience, right? You're gonna be giving her a little bit more.
I feel like they did lose a bit of that pizzazz, but they are making the most of what they have.
Yeah.
So it's like if you go into it with that mindset, you can still appreciate it.
Yeah.
But it's not like, oh, where are all the fans? Or it just doesn't feel right because they're just yelling at a camera and,
Yeah.
and they're not getting anything back.
I will say the one thing I think is hilarious when you're watching like WWE's promotion and they got like looks like this crazy miniature hockey arena and
Yeah.
everybody's slapping on glass. It feels
Yeah.
like it almost
Yeah.
feels like a weird kind of like it's a real fight. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
post-apocalyptic fighting cage.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
like want blood on
Yeah.
the outside.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you watched NXT this week, but
I didn't
was
watch
it Sasha Banks fought Io Shirai, and like she did this like buckle bomb into like the plexiglass,
Oh, nice.
and then like bounced her off it, and then spun around and slammed her on the ground, and I was like, that's good use of plexiglass right there. I was like, it's very entertaining.
I am kind of glad they did add these wrestlers who were just surrounding the arena now, because when I was watching WrestleMania, I was like, why do they still have the security guard rails up? There was no point for it. Like, there's not going to be a crazed fan going to run into their ring, right? But I do feel like they adding those wrestlers it does add a little bit
Can,
more.
can
Yeah,
you
it does.
imagine if they got rid of the security rails? It would just feel weird.
Oh yeah.
Even weirder.
Uh,
Just like a ring in an empty lot.
I-
That's what
It's
it would
just in
be.
a
Yeah.
garage.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
There's a
but-
guy changing his tire in the background.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind it out though. It would be a different environment. It'd be pretty cool to watch. But at first I was like, why is there security rails? Why is there? I guess it's for the aesthetics, but it still is like,
Yeah.
there's no fan gonna run into there. That's the only reason why they have security rails.
Yeah, well, I
Well,
feel like
that and
the people
throwing people
that
into
set
it.
up the
Yeah.
ring, they're used to like doing that every night.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we got the truck with the security rails in it. I might as well just put them on. I mean, we do
Yeah.
it every night. It's gonna take a minute.
yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
How are you guys liking the new AEW product? It's or how are you liking all products post COVID? I guess not post COVID, but like during COVID.
Well, Wednesdays is like that's my wrestling day.
Yeah.
I watch everything on Wednesday. It's always entertaining. The wrestling's just better. Even with like, I find like with AEW because it's still pretty young.
Yeah.
I would say as a show,
Yeah.
so they're still kind of like developing characters, storyline, and stuff like that. But you can see that it's progressively getting better every time you watch it. Like,
Yeah.
it's very good. NXT is just like also same thing.
Yeah.
Like they always have new people in there, and it's like
But
you can
I
just see how
find
well they do.
with NXT, there's a lot of pressure on them to produce,
Oh yeah.
especially
yeah.
when they're going head to head with AEW. And
Yeah.
you're just like, all right, we gotta make it this much better. We gotta steal some of those viewers.
Yeah. I kind of feel like they're pulling out all the stops for NXT. You know, they're getting the best wrestlers from Raw and SmackDown just to do like a super show every Wednesday. You know.
Yeah.
But
It's good wrestling though. I like watching. And for me, it's great. I'm watching both, and I'm like, this is
Yeah.
just
Yeah, well,
a
competition,
little bit of New
right?
Japan
Yeah.
as well. I'm watching, and you're just like, I love. Those are my shows right now. It's just
Like,
watching those.
WWE was getting kind of stale when they didn't have any competition.
Yeah, honestly.
They were
yeah.
just like, we're the only ones. We'll just do whatever, and that's it.
And I do like the competition now because it does. The Wednesday nights, as you say, is like one of the best nights for pro wrestling. And,
Yeah.
And I think now that AEW has like a legit roster, like they have and they have like up and comers. Like we had that match like last night at for Fighter Fest night 1, where they had MJF and Jungle Boy. But it was a
yeah.
tag team match. But you saw those two guys as the future
Yeah.
of professional wrestling because those
Even,
guys
like,
are so well.
when they've
have
had,
such
like,
well chemistry.
Was
sorry.
it Luchasaurus and Warlow?
Yeah.
Those guys are huge,
Yeah.
right? And they're still like you said, all those guys in the ring have tons of potential. They're amazing. Like MJF, that
Well,
guy's like a Jericho's second coming. It's
Yeah.
insane how
Oh,
good
yeah.
he is.
I kind of like want to pull my money together and buy like a cameo so he can just roast me for some odd reason.
You should do that.
Because
I will pool you some of the money.
Yeah,
I would love to
yeah,
see
yeah,
this.
yeah. Because I saw his cameo, just roasted one guy. Like he paid for it, and he's like, why would you do this? you idiot?"
he just regretted it
What would that
immediately
cost?
afterwards.
Yeah.
He's like, he took it to heart. He's like, he's so real.
Yeah,
It's
it's too
He
real.
knows.
It costs like $500. His cameo is $500, where you can get like Bret Hart's for like 150 or something like that.
But for how long is the message?
I don't know. I think it's probably 30 seconds, probably. I have no idea. How long he takes, I guess, right?
I mean, it depends if
How
he's
much
like
would it-
feeling it. You know, he's
Yeah.
like, I got a lot of information here to use. I'm gonna rip this guy a new hole.
Yeah. Because his promo work last night was amazing. Like he's been
Yeah, oh my
every
God.
single time I feel like he's been doing a great job.
He's on the
He
mic.
kills it,
Yeah.
man. Kills it every
Yeah.
time. In the ring too, like you see it too. His performances are like perfect to his character. Like the moves he picks are like, I feel like there's never a time, when you see a guy and you're like, is that really your kind of style? But that like everything he does in the ring, it's like he just kills it. It's to his character.
Yeah. Shout out to Cindy, my ex-coworker. She says she misses me, so I'll say hello. But I will say, sorry to break that up, but I will say the champions now. Like, do you think they're getting respect that they should or not?
In AEW,
Yeah, or everywhere?
everywhere. Well,
Like Drew McIntyre, like he's a champion, but like I know these are fake belts, they're
Yeah.
not real fucking champions, but like they've been given the position of being the
It's-
person who's supposed to bring up the promotion,
I feel
right?
like it's pretty hard when you're showing someone to the masses, but you don't have fans there to accurately judge how they feel about
Yeah.
it. And then you
True.
just keep going in one direction. Like, is this is the guy? This is the guy.
Yeah,
this is the
yeah.
guy. And then once fans come back, they're like, he wasn't the guy.
Yeah.
The whole time we didn't like him.
But
Yeah.
I will say some wrestlers are taking advantage of this whole thing, though. Like Asuka, I feel she's done a great job during this whole COVID thing. I
Yep,
feel
yep,
like
for sure.
Even MJF, like I said, but he was away for a good while because he couldn't get there, But like Kenny Omega, I feel like his matches have been really good.
yeah,
You know?
I feel like every time that guy was in the ring,
Oh.
doesn't matter what kind of match he's looking for, he's got some serious stuff going on there.
But even Chris Jericho, like he's not even like last night he didn't wrestle. All he was doing was commentary, and he was
He's got,
killing it.
Grade A commentating.
Yeah.
It's so entertaining listening to the man
I
just
can't-
spitballing.
yeah.
That's all he's just spitting it out. Like you can just hear. There's no filter. He's
Yeah.
just giving her.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I kind of want because that means like he's like enjoying it,
Oh, yeah,
just like
big time.
everyone else. Not like
And I
reading
think
a
that's what
script.
I like about when I watch AEW is I love listening to the commentating. It's like everybody there is really enjoying themselves, and you can tell they're having fun with it. So you as a viewer you're also having fun with it when you're watching it.
Yeah,
Where it's like watching Mauro Ronaldo it's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
pay-per-view all the time.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like you watch him and you're like, that guy just gets you hyped.
Oh,
You know
absolutely.
what I mean?
That's one of the reasons why I started watching NXT is because of him. Because I loved his commentary when he was doing like New Japan
Yeah.
before, but he was also doing like not Bellator, Showtime fights, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. Pride fights too. Sorry,
Yep, Pride.
with Boss Rudin. Shout out to those guys because I love Boss Rudin.
The good old
Did
some.
you ever see his training video?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god,
To
it's the best.
everything to the bread basket.
Yeah. knee to the balls or something, whatever. But we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna get back with these guys right after the break. Does that make sense? Hopefully it did. Either way, we'll be right back.
Back. Yes.
Time of departure, T minus 10 seconds and counting. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ready.
Just relax and enjoy the ride.
Is that you? You DJing on your phone?
It's just. Oh, yes. We are back. This is quarter number 3. Because it's a sports show, remember? Quarter number 3, huh? So, anyways, that was a terrible thing I said.
okay.
But this is the time where I like to ask my guests questions, you know? Because I know I've asked you questions throughout segment 2, but I feel like these are questions I just ask everybody. And first question is, what is your favorite sport, guys? If you have a favorite sport. Now, you can choose pro wrestling if you want to. It doesn't matter.
Mine's pretty much a toss-up between pro wrestling and baseball.
Oh, yeah. What made? Oh, so what made you a fan of baseball?
I think ever since, 92, 93.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, my
When-
bad.
when
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were
yeah.
on top of the
yeah,
world.
Yeah.
And,
Back-to-back champs.
and I was a kid and playing catch in the backyard with my dad.
Oh,
And I
nice,
was
man.
Like, yeah, baseball. Yeah.
Yeah. Will, so what was your favorite sport?
That's pretty much pro wrestling. I follow a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I love watching World Cup.
Yeah.
I used to watch actually a lot more soccer
Yeah.
when I was back home because my dad is from Netherlands, so
Yeah.
he always has it on.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like I rigged him up this like crazy stereo system.
Yeah.
And it would be so loud that my mom hated me for the rest of my life for that.
Yeah. No, I love watching games at full blast when I'm watching soccer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
Like sitting in it
yeah,
right in the middle of the damn
exactly.
theater.
Yeah. I love the chants. I love everything about soccer.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but I love they're good teams. The Netherlands, they had some good teams back in the day. Right now they're just in a rebuilding phase.
Yeah, what was that
But
hardcore?
They'll be back. They'll win it. I trust in you guys.
Oh.
Because
I feel like
I
that's
trusted in Spain. And then they
Yeah.
came and they won Euro Cup, World Cup, Euro Cup, and now it's gonna be you guys soon.
I don't know, man.
I believe.
You
I
know,
believe you guys.
I was thinking, as far as like sports that I'm interested in, there are
Yeah.
a lot of sports that I am not interested.
Okay, go
in
ahead.
them, like not on like a professional level.
Yeah.
But like, I'll play a video game of it
Yeah.
and have so much fun doing it.
Okay. Like which sport?
Like remember Wii Sports?
No, I didn't have a Wii,
You didn't
man.
have a Wii?
I
Because
don't
they
have
had
a
like
Wii.
they had
I
this,
don't have a
it was,
Wii.
like,
I'll have a
golf,
Wii later, but not
there was
now. yeah?
Tennis, there was bowling.
Oh, yeah.
And like those are like sports that I'll play them from time to
Mm-hmm.
time, but I'm not really into watching them
Oh yeah.
being played professionally.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be into watching bowling. Like I want to play
Yeah.
bowling. I don't want to watch a guy do it for like
Yeah,
2 hours.
I like
later.
playing bowling. I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of watching. It's
Yeah.
like darts.
Yeah,
You ever
exactly.
seen darts professionally on TV?
It's pretty madness, though. I will say that.
Yeah.
Like people,
180!
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's crazy.
And
You know,
I-
it'd be crazy. Like,
yeah.
is there like rules to it? Like, what happens if they just had like straight up ninja in there? Like, this guy is trained and bred to be a ninja.
Yeah.
He doesn't have darts. He has throwing stars. Everything is
Yeah.
exact. You know what I
that'd be
mean?
great. But like all their fans are drunk, so like I don't
Oh,
know,
yeah,
you
true.
remember like they're all just wasted. They're doing chants of their own. They don't even know what the hell is going on. I don't think anyone knows what's going on except the darters. You know?
It's like watching indie England like wrestling.
yeah.
The
Well, they-
crowd's just
they
so
just,
good
uh,
at making
yeah,
chants.
They were
Yeah.
just
Right.
going out for the night. They
Yeah,
didn't realize they were going
yeah.
into a darts
Yeah,
championship.
they're like, oh, we sell beer here for cheap. Oh, okay, we're just gonna go inside then. Oh, this is darts.
it, I'm in.
Let's just
I'm in.
start chanting, whatever. It's amazing. It's amazing to watch, but like not to like watch. You
I
know,
feel
you're
like-
watching it for the fans.
I
Basically.
feel like I always watch curling whenever I'm at the bar.
oh, really?
You ever get that?
so
You ever get that? You like go to the
curling.
bar,
Yeah.
and you're like, hey, it's women's curling.
You know why?
I've never curled before, but I love watching curling.
Yeah, curling is a weird sport because it is on every bar. Like you go
Every
to.
bar.
It seems like every bar has curling.
the guy's like,
you-
I'm
they
like,
come
man,
out-
this
yeah.
curling's great. He's like, we don't have a TV.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. They could say like there could be like the Game 6 of the Raptors championship,
Yeah.
but they'll be like, no, we have curling on. I'm like, what are you doing here?
Oh, is that the Tournament of Hearts?
yeah.
you know what? I would actually play a curling video game.
Oh, really?
I-
Wow.
I think it would be fun.
I bought an Olympics
that done.
video game
Yeah.
just so I can play the curling game.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
they had curling in there?
There was I can't
Wait, what
remember
year-
which
when
one
did
it
this
was. I
come
think it
out?
was like it was on the Nintendo 64. I think it was like 1998,
Oh wow.
and there was like a curling event in it,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just play that for hours. And I just thought it was the place because it's just you're playing icy target practice.
Basically, yeah.
How often do you get curling discussions on your show?
This is the first. This is the first for
There you go.
curling.
First.
I will say I played curling, and I not played. I just
Professionally.
not professionally. No,
Oh.
very exhibitionally. No, this is it was like grade 11 outdoor gym, and we got to go to a curling club. I guess a curling club. Is that what it's
curling
called?
club.
It's not
That's
an
what it
arena,
is.
right? Is it an arena?
I heard those.
It's like instead of that
those,
4-H
those
club.
rocks are heavy.
They are.
Oh, yeah.
It depends on which ones. I think it was like a 6 and 8 pound ones. But yeah, you basically you have to curl it. It's fun. I will say it's the funnest thing you'll ever do.
It is. It's great.
Yeah.
It's probably the most fun you have just sliding on ice.
Yeah, yeah. Because what you're trying to do is not fall down and embarrass
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, you don't
right?
wanna do that.
Yeah, and you're also cleaning up the ice because you're sweeping a lot. But yeah.
It's probably the most sweeping I've ever done in my life. is playing curling.
yeah. Right. You have to melt the ice.
Hard!
Hurry hard.
Go hard!
What is your favorite sports memory? I guess you just mentioned yours, Ron. You said you played catch with your dad, but is there any other favorite sports memories you have?
Sports memories.
Yeah.
Well, I remember being at WrestleMania 18.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He's like, oh.
That
I was there.
I was there.
I
Wait,
was-
you were there?
I was there, man.
Oh man, you should have said hi.
I know. I wish I did. I did. I said hello, and then you're like, "Fuck yeah." You know?
Who's that guy? Is that a
Yeah,
guy I'm gonna
yeah,
know in like
yeah.
20 years?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
gosh.
Yeah.
I hate that guy
Yeah.
in 20 years.
What made it so special for you?
Just being a kid and coming from a small town and just watching it on TV and like they had this commercial, like this ad campaign where it was just like everyone would just get their ticket and they'd look at the camera and they'd scream like, "I'm going to WrestleMania!"
Yeah, I remember that. That's every year.
And
yeah.
I remember being at like a Sunrise Records at like 6 a.m. waiting in line
Oh,
and
fuck.
getting my ticket
Oh my
and
god.
having that moment. Just scream, "I'm going to WrestleMania!"
And then it broke out a musical on the street.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, fast forward, like I don't know, like 12 years.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there at home and I'm watching wrestling on TV and I'm like, oh, I want to go to WrestleMania someday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just realized you did, Ryan. You did.
Yeah.
12 years ago.
Yeah. Don't you remember? Yeah.
It's been so long. I need to go to a WrestleMania again.
I was thinking about going to that WrestleMania in New York a couple years ago. I was hoping to go to that, but I was like, you know what? It's too much. Too much money. It was like $1,200 for one ticket or something like that.
See, I remember my ticket was like, I think $200, and I had 100 level
Yeah.
at the Sky Dome.
Yeah, I think I had where they're going back from the hardcore championship where they're running towards like the audience. I was like around that area.
Did you put a foot out?
could
I
have
did,
gone
I
involved.
tried.
You could have won that belt.
I know I could have, but I think Holly had it at the time, so I was like, I couldn't.
Oh, no,
you
you can't do that.
You can't do that. Actually, no, it was
Wasn't it Mighty Molly?
no, it wasn't her. Actually, it was. I think it was Crash Holly. Oh no, was it Crash Holly? Yeah, Crash Holly.
I loved Crash Holly.
Yeah,
That
rest in
was, like,
peace, man.
One of the
You-
best.
You mean Mighty Crash?
Like, how about
Everybody just has like a superhero gimmick in my head.
Yeah,
They're
How about-
mighty?
yeah. How about you, Will? Do you have a favorite sports memory?
I guess mine would be, again, would be probably a wrestling thing as well.
Yeah.
I remember my mom decided she was gonna take me to go watch like Indie League, and I went and saw like in small town
Yeah.
Manitoba. There, it's called La Broquerie, and I'm probably not doing the French accent well.
Le Broquerie?
La Broquerie.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was probably even worse. But anyway, so we were there, and it was like a little gymnasium setup, and like I was watching a match. I was just in awe. I was like super young at the time, and I went to go there. My mom's like, "Oh, go wait in line. Go in, get a signature."
Yeah.
And I went to get a signature from Chris Jericho at the time, actually
Ooh.
before he even got into the thing.
Yeah.
And I remember I was just like, "What do I do?" Like, that was pretty
Yeah,
much
yeah.
me, just standing there with the thing. And
Yeah.
he was looking at me. He's like, "What's your name, bud?" And I was like,
You froze.
right? And all of a sudden, I'm like standing there, lines there, and he could see. He's like, "All right, get this fucking kid out of the way," right? And it's just like standing there, and I didn't
Yeah.
hear, but I'm guessing my mom
Yeah.
just yelled my name from
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, your name's Willem. All right, cool." I'm like this. I'm like. Right, and then I like walk
Yeah.
away, and then all of a sudden it's like he knew my name. It was pretty. It was just out of there. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
It's a loss from the crowd. That's great, man. What would be your? I guess that would be your embarrassing moment too. Or-
Yeah,
or-
probably.
how
I
about-
found out with Chris Jericho, it's not a telepathic.
yeah, I had a similar experience, but I had it with Bret Hart. He was doing a book signing at a Chapters, and actually near what's it called? Jollibee? Is it Jollibee? Is that his name? Jollibee's? Whatever. It's in that same
I'm
plaza.
listening.
And yeah, in Scarborough, and that one.
The Jollibee, yeah.
Yeah, in Scarborough. So I went, and me and my brother, because my brother was a big wrestling fan, he brought me to all the events, right?
That's awesome.
So he's like, yeah, Bret Hart's on his autobiography. It was like not the one that came out of WWE. He's like one before.
Yeah.
So we go right, and my legs were shaking, right? And then we were going up the stairs. I was like, oh boy, I'm not gonna make it. And then he was like, hey, so what? He's like, I don't know why, but I just said, hey Brett, like I was like his best friend or something. Hey Brett. And then the security guard just shook his head. It's like, no, no, idiot. And then he's like, Brett's like, oh hey, and then he signed the autograph, and then he's like, here's the book, and then we just left. But I was like so embarrassed. My brother's like, you idiot, why would he do that, man? Hey
ever-
Brett, you know?
Yeah. Did
Like-
you become one of those like persons where you just get really loud for some reason? And you started saying random shit. I haven't read it yet. I'm a big fan.
big fan? Hey Brett,
Hey, Brett.
he was my hero at the time.
Oh, I think it was everyone's hero
I
at the
know.
time. Had the glasses, the shirt.
You know what? Brett wasn't my favorite Hart brother.
Oh, you like Owen?
Owen.
Yeah.
Big Owen fan.
Owen
eh?
was the bratty younger brother.
Yeah.
I was a bratty younger brother, and so it's so much in common.
Yeah, I like Brett because he brought the family together for the Hart Foundation, and then but he also had some great matches.
Nah.
At a young age, I realized he had some great matches. And
Well,
he
that's like
ma-
I was going through like old WrestleManias, and I watched when he had him and Owen match.
Yeah.
That match was so good.
Oh, at SummerSlam?
No, it's like one of the earlier WrestleManias, like 9 or something like that.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. And then he fought Yokozuna the next
yeah,
that
right
same
at-
night. Yeah.
Yep, same night. That was a wicked match.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But did you ever get to see the one with the steel cage match at SummerSlam?
Oh, was that the one where like the whole Hart family was climbing up the ring?
I think so. It was like
Yeah.
SummerSlam '93, I think it was.
It was like Davy Boy's up, climbing up there. Like everyone's
Yeah.
climbing up. You're like, who's this Hart
Yeah.
family member? He's just climbing up. He's just got long hair. You're like, man, they're going.
Yeah, it was like the blue steel cage. It was crazy. Oh, there you go. Yeah,
He's here.
He's here.
He's here.
Happy
Special
birthday!
guest.
Actually, you know what? Happy
yeah.
birthday, Brett.
It's Brett's birthday.
It's
That's
Brett-
right. Happy
Brett-
birthday,
Happy
Bret Hart.
Birthday, Bret Hart.
I totally forgot about that. Actually.
Yeah, there we go. Just let it ride out. Thanks, Joseph. I still have the Bret Hart T-shirt from like '96. So if anyone wants to buy it, they can buy it off eBay from me. It's a large.
I'll put the link in the description.
It will be.
I still have a Macho Man foam hand.
Yeah,
I have my Rob Van Dam foam hands.
there you go. We'll sell that all on eBay.
I'm
Yeah.
not selling it.
You're gonna sell it.
Actually, I'm
You're
gonna
sell it.
buy
We just
yours.
we just advertised it. You have
just
to sell
advertise
it.
it. You can't.
Can't go back on
Ron, do you have any embarrassing moments?
From sports.
Yeah. If not, it's okay.
I remember one time I was bowling and I sat in a bowl of nacho cheese.
There you go.
Did that perfect your bowling game?
Yeah. Did you perfect eating nacho cheese
I
after?
was 28 years old.
Oh, okay. Was it? Did he go with Andy or something? You know, because it seems like an Andy thing type to do. You know, go bowling. He's very old.
Andy seems like a bowling.
Yeah.
I brought it. Does your audience even know who Andy is?
Yeah, because we mentioned him multiple times on this show.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It's just
really?
Andy. Oh, so
Yeah,
Andy's like
he's
a
never.
special
Yeah, he's never.
background guy.
Yeah, he's never been on the show. But
When he does
never
come
been
on,
on that?
everyone will be like, "Oh, that's the
That-
guy."
That's the man.
I remember bringing up bowling to Andy one time. Like, hey, what do you want to do? You want to go bowling?
Yeah.
And he was like, ugh. That just sounds like a lot of work.
He's not up for a lot of things. Let's be that.
He's like, do you want to sit and watch sports? He's down for that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I remember we went on a trip. We were in Montreal.
Montreal.
I was working
Oui, oui.
the weekend at the Comedy Nest in Montreal,
Yeah.
and Andy came to open,
Mm-hmm.
and we were in Montreal. It's summertime.
Absolutely. Excuse me. Absolutely.
It's quite possibly my favorite city
Yeah.
on the planet.
It's my second favorite city.
And we're in the hotel, and Andy's just sitting there watching the World Cup.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Andy, you want to go outside and see really cool stuff?
Yeah.
He's like, ugh. I
think he would have.
stay here.
I think he would have went if he heard.
Nothing but garbage, Guyana.
There
And
you go.
I'm talking inevitable.
There you
And
go.
I'm talking you can't hold that belt with me climbing through the ropes. Gene Okerlund right here is a crying towel. And I want you to give that to Tito Santana. Yeah, because things are just popping right now. Things are starting to cultivate. Things are starting to grow. Things are getting real colorful.
Look at that roll.
Just like the Silver Cloud Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
I'm very
Top
serious.
of the
There we go. From beyond the grave, Macho Man, Randy Savage, and Gene Oakland hopping in.
That was actually the recording of the conversation I had with Andy. in Montreal.
It's amazing, Joseph. You have everything.
outside.
Outside, Macho Man. Yeah.
Gotta get the neck veins going.
Yeah.
Lot of sun outside. Sun's out. Come on, Andy. I want to go outside with you. Yeah. You. Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that, Macho Man. What is your favorite game, guys?
Game
Oh, that's a
question.
loaded question.
Yeah. It could be a video game, or it could be a sports game, or it could be a game that you watched.
How about like a sports video game?
There you go. Do you have a favorite sports video game?
Ooh, favorite sports video game. I really liked. I actually just played not too long ago Blades of Steel with some random customer in the store. Actually, it was very entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely one of mine.
Tell me how you felt about me, Macho Man. At this point, I was letting everything slide, brother. I was just hoping that cancer that was tearing you apart might go into remission, that everything would straighten itself out. But when I saw Akeem and the big boss man coming down on you, there was no way I was going to let the boss man brutalize you with a stick like he did to me. And as far as our manager goes, Elizabeth, there was no way I was going to let her get in the danger zone. That's why I was there, brother, right when you needed me.
Man, the mega powers are imploding.
That was great. That was great. Great times.
Remember when the 80s wrestling, everybody tried to sound like they were just like
Yeah.
Holding in too much.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I got to take a shit.
I I think it's weird the first time I heard a wrestler's normal voice.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, you got like Triple H, and he's like, "Hey, let me tell you so, Rock. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
And then there was an interview like, so.
It's like
when we did the
Undertaker's
episode.
voice caught me way off guard. I was like, oh yeah, he doesn't sound like that.
They always put a lot of bass in their voice.
Yeah. But we were talking about favorite video games. What was your favorite sports video game?
As far as sports video games go, like a lot. I know like the NHL series. That's a lot of fun. And
The NHL series?
yeah, like people my age would agree that their favorite one would be NHL '94. Probably
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
Genesis or the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
But mine was different for a different reason. I like NHL '99 because there was this one song in the menu that I just loved listening to. Like I didn't even play the game. I
Yeah.
just like
You-
left it on the menu. I'm like, oh, this song
Yeah.
slaps, man.
Yeah.
This guy's like, hold on, guys, I got a track for you. I'm gonna
Yeah.
just fire up my
Yeah.
PlayStation here and put in the game. Hold on, wait for it to load in the menu.
Yeah.
This song was done
Yeah.
in-house at EA.
Yeah.
That's the
You
one.
gotta-
This is a
listen
good
to
one.
Listen to this jam. You got a banger.
Insert NHL 99 music here. But actually I do agree. There's some great musical lineups and for some sports games. Like I do remember there was this one NHL game that had David Bowie's Heroes.
Oh,
And
yes.
and then I was like, man, I just like listening to it. So I didn't even play the game as well. So I just let it
remember
play. I'm
that.
like, who sings this song? And you didn't have Shazam at the time, so you're like, who sings this? And I didn't know who David Bowie was because I was still young. I was like, who sings this song? And then I just let it play. Who sings this song? Who sings this song? And then I just let it play. And it was David Bowie Heroes, and now I listen to it when I'm
Every-
playing
I wonder
NHL.
How many sports games had Seven Nation Army?
Oh yeah, I wondered that too.
When that came
Um,
out, it was like, yeah, it
It's
was
like-
on like
it's-
everything.
it's
It was on like
become,
every
like,
movie at the
Yeah.
time too.
The ultimate, sport chant.
Yeah, it has become the ultimate sport chant too.
Yeah.
Actually, it's European soccer clubs use it a lot too. But yeah, it's just because it has the rhythm, and
Yeah.
then you can clap along to it. It's easy to freaking do, right? But then, I also wonder that too. I should check that out.
I will say, back on random wrestling talk,
Oh yeah,
when you listen to, you think like other, like, you know how the WWE has like the other wrestlers on the outside?
Yeah.
You think they would know how to do chants better?
yeah, I know.
That's all I gotta
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
It's like they've never heard it before. Sometimes you just like they have weird pauses in between things.
Yeah.
Like instead of like you still got it.
Yeah.
It's you have it.
Yeah. You can do it. There-
Off
Yeah.
Chandler.
yeah.
That's why I think they told him to bang on those plexiglasses
Oh,
and scream
yeah,
ruthless
yeah.
murder.
Just pump it in. Just pump it in. Just
go.
Pump it in the speakers.
Yeah, just pretend you're an NHL hockey fan. Just do that.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What did you feel about that Randy Orton Edge
Greatest
added?
match?
Yeah, greatest match ever. The little audio added in the background.
Oh, that was so weird.
It was.
You know what? I feel like if they would have played it from the beginning of the whole thing and then did it at the end, then I would
Yeah.
have been like accustomed to it. But it just every now and then you just kept thinking, man, like that's not there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like people cheering here.
Yeah. The greatest.
It just catches me off guard. Every
Yeah. The only.
I stare at the speaker.
I think. Yeah.
Claps
I think
around.
I think the best thing about that whole match was the Howard Finkel thing in the beginning, where they had him announce the wrestlers.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool, but then after that, it just got weird because they had like the crowd chants and like,
Right?
yeah, I'm like, oh, this is not
It
real.
just, you
It's
know what
not-
it did? It made me feel sad. 'Cause
Yeah.
It made me like remember what wrestling was
Yeah.
before COVID. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I missed this.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like watching a student film with like the sound effects. Like they find rather than doing their own Foley, they end up just finding sound effects off the internet and be like, this will work. And then just throw it in there, and it just sounds so off. And like seeing that in something that's being presented to me as a legit wrestling match is just like, I don't.
You're like,
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like I don't. like I hear what the crowd's saying, and I'm looking at the crowd, and it doesn't look like they're
They
saying
don't
it.
match up. The
Yeah.
sync's off. The sync was off.
Sorry guys, we're almost going to wrap this up. Who's your favorite fighter, player, or wrestler? We have Doink the Clown joining us. Son of a bitch, Doink the Clown.
Son of a bitch, Doink.
Yeah. Thank you, Joseph. Thanks, Joseph.
The World Wrestling
There we go.
Federation. For
Oh, there
over
it
50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment.
Gorilla Monsoon. Oh, Gold Dust.
Big fan of Goldust, actually.
Yeah, it seems like Joseph is a big fan too, actually.
Yeah,
No, he's like, no.
he's like a
No.
lucky
All right. Sorry, who's your favorite wrestler, player, or athlete?
I would have to say Doink Dust.
Yeah, Doink Dust.
Doink Dust.
Doink Dust the Clown.
You know what? It's like if I were to say, even though he's not Canadian, I'd say I did like Timu. I remember Timu Solani a lot.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
as a kid, because they were put that all over our face when we were
Hey.
growing up in Winnipeg. You'd be like, "Here's Timu."
Well, I'm
Yeah.
I'm from Kingston, Ontario, so
Yeah.
everyone just like, oh, Doug Gilmore,
Yeah.
Gilmore,
Dougie.
That's right.
Dougie.
Doug Gilmore. Yeah, I was a big fan of Doug Gilmore when I was a kid too. I still don't like Wayne Gretzky because of what he did to Doug Gilmore. And I told this once before. It's because of the high stickdom during the playoffs. Blood coming out. That's right.
Yeah, he
The
did
bad guy.
He
He is the
bad
bad
guy.
guy.
did the bad guy.
Yeah.
Razor. Could you imagine that if?
Hey yo.
Can you imagine though if like it like you know the entrances here
Yeah.
when they did that with their all-star teams coming on, they got the one player who has his own entrance to the ice.
Yeah.
It's the bad guy,
The bad guy. But
Wayne
they
Gretzky.
they sort of have that for they sort of have that for
By the way, this song pops on whenever I'm at home, and I still shake everything in my house.
All right. Yeah, I get amped. I get amped when I'm doing this. Hear the song. I don't even know what I was gonna say. To be honest, I lost track, man. It's too much. Whatever. Yeah, let's just go to the next question.
This is just gonna
man.
become like name
Yeah.
that theme.
Yeah, basically. What is one thing you would recommend to non-sports fans? Like what game? Like if you watched the game, what would you recommend? Rest in peace, Taker. His career's over. He ended-
Officially retired.
Yeah, officially retired last year.
I'll tell
2
you
weeks?
which game I wouldn't recommend.
No.
NHL. Oh no, not NHL.
You say
WWE
NHL 99. I swear to God.
WWE 2K20.
Oh yeah.
WWE 2K20?
Yeah.
It's a different kind of. Well, I guess it's a different kind of fun if you're looking for that kind of buggy
Yeah.
stuff.
I heard there's so many bad glitches during that game that
Oh yeah.
they put it on sale for like
Some of them are amazing. Though.
$20. What are the amazing glitches in this game?
People's faces just disappeared. You got eyeballs and teeth floating around the ring.
people melting into the mat.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's a great one. That's also a great one.
Strangest thing.
That's great. How about you, Ryan? What would you recommend to people? The peoples.
Like a sports
Yeah.
game?
A sports game or like a, you know.
NFL Blitz.
No. I like NBA Jam.
Ooh, yeah.
Big fan of
I
that.
think that's everywhere it's like that.
Any like old Tiger Woods game.
Yeah,
Really?
You know what?
The older Tiger Woods games, not that Rory McIlroy one.
Mm-hmm.
The Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
That
I heard-
game really dropped off the face of the earth.
And,
As soon as they're
uh,
like Tiger Woods, you're gone.
one-
That game's like.
One game that I really want to see a sequel of is the Bigs. I want the Bigs 3.
Oh yeah,
wow.
that was a great baseball game actually.
That
I-
game was amazing.
never
Even if
played
you're
it.
not a baseball fan,
like-
it just has a really good arcade style like
Yeah.
baseball to
Super
it.
arcade, and
Yeah.
I would always play as Roy Halladay.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
Doc.
Just hammering balls up into
Yeah.
the middle of was it New York?
Oh yeah, like Times Square,
Yeah.
just smashing all the lights and getting points.
Can I just tell you one of the first video games I played? Like sports video games?
No.
It was like
No,
double.
no,
All
I
right,
don't wanna
okay,
hear it.
let's just wrap this.
Double
no.
dribble.
Actually, it was double dribble.
Yeah. 'Cause
Oh, yeah?
You said
Yeah.
double, and I just filled
Yeah,
it
it
in.
was double dribble, and then I played Joe Montana's football.
Yeah, I remember that. I have
It was a great
I have
game.
copies of
My,
both those games at the
My
store.
cousin
Yeah.
had a,
Come by the
a-
store
amazing
also.
tennis.
You can plug that later, Will.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Go on.
My cousin had a amazing tennis on Sega Genesis.
Oh, I never
And
played that one.
That game was, oh my god, it was great.
I had Mario Tennis. Oh, not Mario. I think it was just called Tennis on Game Boy.
Yeah, it was
And-
just tennis.
Oh, yeah.
And I played that game for hours. That was my favorite video Game Boy game.
I
actually.
played a lot of NES golf actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, so
Oh
much
my
fun.
god.
Yeah.
I used to get really high and play a lot of Tony Hawk though.
Oh,
Who doesn't?
There's a
Who
new
didn't play?
Tony Hawk
Yeah,
coming out.
yeah. Who didn't play
Pump
Tony
for
Hawk though?
Tony Hawk.
Tony
Yeah.
Hawk.
Tony Hawk. Again,
I can't
amazing
wait.
soundtrack.
Oh my
The
god,
game was great.
so good.
It hit on all levels basically. You know,
Yeah, man.
during that time because like I think it was like punk rock was going on during that time. That type of rock was going on that.
A lot
during
of the
that time.
grunge.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
grunge was in.
Yeah, the grunge was
In the
in.
late
You had
90s.
jeans. Half it was dirty because
Yeah.
it was dragging on the floor behind you. It was
I actually
entertaining.
bought a
Nobody
skateboard
cared.
because of that whole
Really?
phenomenon where it was just like all these video games about skateboarding coming out,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually,
You know,
I'm young,
Yeah.
I could get a
Yeah,
skateboard.
I can do it.
you know what's funny? Good thing COVID did not happen during the grunge period.
yeah,
Everyone's gone.
Yeah, you know, right?
Everyone's gone.
Everyone's done. The closest thing I bought to a skateboard was those finger skateboards, and that was it. Man.
Oh, those
It was
are
like
great.
$3 or something at
Yeah.
the Alibaba
Did you
near
do
my
any
house. Yeah, huh?
Did you do any tricks?
No tricks at all. I just went, "Yee-wee!" I couldn't kick. I couldn't.
$3!
Yeah, $3. Look at it. It's a skateboard, guys. Look at it for my fingers. And that was the most I could have done with that skateboard. It's
very good for you.
I know. But we're gonna take another break, guys. This is our final break, and we'll be right back with John Cena.
Channel. Channel. I can talk about the store for mine.
Baby, we can do it. Take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Baby, we can do it. Take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Take your time.
This is the fourth and final quarter. Timeout Radio. That was me. It would be overtime, but it's baseball. I mean, basketball.
Baseball.
This would have been 9 innings. This is basketball
This is
and
the
football.
fourth inning.
Yeah, this is the fourth quarter, guys. It's great. Thank you so much, guys, for doing the show anyway in the first place. And again, shout out to Joseph for his birthday for last week on Friday.
Happy birthday,
And
Joseph.
congrats to Anthony. Anything Goes for their 100th episode. They celebrated earlier before this show. Guys, you guys got anything to plug?
Well, we do have a video game channel on YouTube.
That is true. I did the show recently.
That's right.
Hey, we had
Well,
you
that's
on. The episode's going to go up tomorrow afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What's the YouTube channel called?
it's the Extreme G Gaming Lounge, or XGGL.
Mm-hmm.
And
Google
Will and I play games on there every week. And sometimes we have guests, and you were our latest guest, so thank you for being on the show.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
No.
No,
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
thank you.
We played Dong Dong Never Dies.
Oh,
Dong
great game,
Dong
by the
Never
way.
Die.
And it's not what you think, guys. Okay, so
It's
I-
penises.
yeah, exactly. And I think that guy, the pink-haired guy, was Dong Dong because we couldn't beat him.
Couldn't beat him.
No, I
He
think
never died.
He never died.
that's true. You know what? That's a very good point, actually.
I thought about it today while I was showering.
I I take myself to Dum Dum Donkey.
Wow.
What?
That was quick.
Man.
Oh, look at that.
Like you can say anything in this song.
It is. Yeah. He gets better in age, folks.
Gets
better in
with
age.
Better.
Yeah. So, anything else? Where can people find you besides the YouTube channel if they can't find you on the YouTube channel?
If you want, you could also just Instagram account Extreme G Gaming
Yeah.
will pop up there. It also advertises the store as well. So if you're looking for new stuff
Or old
some
stuff.
old stuff,
Yeah, Will's got a
on
video
there.
game store at Yonge and Eglinton.
that's right. Video game store.
Yeah. It's like Castle
2470.
Rock. Castle Rock and Young, I guess.
No, it's 2470 Young Street.
Okay. So, whoa. You know the actual.
Castle
Do you
Field,
want
not Castle Rock.
You look, guys. I don't go there often. Okay. All right. I only went there twice my whole life, and then that was it. But Ryan, how about you? Where can people find you on
Yeah,
Instagram?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Ryan McGlunup.
And how you spell McGlunup? Just for the folks. For the folks at home.
It's a MAGLUN
There you go.
OB.
There you go. And folks, you can find me on Instagram at Ricardo Comedian. I'm also doing a Zoom show tomorrow.
Oh.
This is going to be either the worst experience of my life or the best experience of my life, or just in between. I'm hoping it's in between. But it is going to be for a special cause, I believe, and it's happening tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. You can add me on Facebook at Ricardo Mejias, or you can add me on Instagram at Ricardo Comedian, like I said, and I'll send you all the details. Yeah, and that's basically it. That's it for a show. That's it for Frequency 5 FM, I think, for tonight. You guys have a great night, and thank you guys again for Will and Ryan and Joseph behind the glass.
Thank you, Joseph.
And Maria behind the glass.
Thank you, Maria.
And that was it for Time Out Radio on Frequency 5 FM.
Oh no, we're gonna die.
Brock Lesnar.
That guy did her hand.
Yes.
Breaks into the studio.
That son of a bitch, Ricardo.